Chris, how are things coming together back there, and what kind of chemistry are you, D. Hall, developing together? I know he wasn't out there OTAs, but now you guys are able to be out there together. And what is you guys' potential together, you think?
I think overall the defense is coming along good. We just bringing everything together. Like you say, D. Hall, he's coming back, looking good out there, and I think we're excited for each other to be playing to get with each other to, against opponents. So I think it's an excited, moment right now.
What can you guys do together? How will you guys complement each other?
Oh yeah, I always admired D. Hall game, and he told me the same thing. So like I said, it's pretty much, man, just being happy, being out there together, and being able to compete with each other. And some things he see and I don't see. He a little older, so I try to get pick his brain for some things that he see and I don't see. So the communication and the brotherly hood is there. So we just putting it together and just continue to grow.
How about on the other side, working with the receivers, Deshaun and Pierre in particular, every day?
Oh, we got a good group of receivers. Just as you mentioned, we got them two. We got some young guys coming up, and they doing phenomenally well. And we just out there competing, having fun.
Junior Galette's another guy who I guess, like you, had the off-field issues label when he came here. Have you had a chance to talk to him and kind of did you give him any advice on?
Yeah, I'm not sure about his any off-field issues. I stick to football and keep it kind of that sense. But I'm glad to have him addition to the team. I'm sure he's going to do a phenomenal job, and as you can see, his tape prove it all.
Chris, to build off what Michael was just asking, when you met with Scott when you signed here, I'm sure those questions came up. What did you tell him? From your standpoint, this isn't an issue.
What did you say?
From your side, what did you tell him to say? Hey, from my standpoint, this isn't an issue.
Oh, for me coming to the team, yeah. Just pretty much just the belief in me, and just the way I carry myself and just try to carry myself in a professional manner, and everything pretty much worked out for the best.
What was his response?
He trusted me. Knew Scott from San Fran and that type of deal. So just a little bit of trust there. He trusts me to get the job done, and I trust him to believe in me in that aspect.
In that regard, do you think that helped knowing him previously?
Oh yeah. I feel like that did help. And like you say, we just having a little chemistry and him having faith in me, and like I said, me take care of my part. Definitely is a positive thing.
Chris, the past 2 seasons you've defended 29 passes. Do you feel like getting your hands on the ball that much, you'll be able to turn some more of those into interceptions?
Man, that's my job every day. I try to. RG3, sometimes don't like to look my way and look off. But, like I said, it's just friendly competition out there. And, I wish all 29 was 29 picks. But, like I said, it's part of the game. And, I try my best to keep the ball out of the defenders' hands, the receivers.
Chris, the defensive units you've played with in San Francisco obviously has several Pro Bowl players. When you look at the team that you have now, the group of guys around you, I know it's early, but where do you stack what you came from with this group here? Do you feel like the talent's here to be special?
Oh, I definitely feel like the talent here is special. It's a group, it's a good group of guys coming together. Like I said, man, it's just brotherly love out there, and we bringing it together and just trying to, stay positive and just keep prevailing and going forward. And some things, sometimes occurs out there that we unexpected, but we always, push our brothers to keep going and things like that. But, man, things been wonderful out there, the communication and just the standpoint of just coming together every day out here in camp and just communicating and going through the reps together, So that's the best way we're going to, be great.
Chris, you know Deshaun real well, but the other safety position, what do you see from Duke and Jerron?
Oh, Duke and JJ are real good players, man. Come from Broncos in Seattle. So I knew JJ before, and Duke is a good player who contribute a lot to our team also. He's been out there going at it, running around, and like I said, I don't have nothing to say about them guys, but man, we just coming together and doing good.
How are they different from each other?
They different. I don't really everybody's different in how they play. So he has his own tendencies of however he play or his mentality and how he may backpedal may be different or anything like that. But, they both outstanding players and for us. So, I don't really see too much of how this person different, how that person different. Just how can you get the scheme correctly, how coach, pretty much want it.
Chris, obviously you're new to the team, but defensive backs coach Perry Fuel, obviously his first year as well. What are his key messages that he's expecting out of the secondary this year?
His expectations? We talked about that. Just to be good. Pretty much we don't want no balls to go over our head, obviously, as defenders, and keep everything in front of us. That's our first standing point, and if we take care of that, we just keep on moving forward, and also having, bigger goals as far as the most interceptions. I'm sure everybody say that, and most defend pass breakups and stuff like that. But, as long as we do good as a defensive unit and try to go out there and give it back to our offense, at the end of the day, that's what we care about, and getting a W.
Chris here in the back, to your right. Talked to some other free agents that came here wanting to be a part of a group to kind of change the culture and the perception of the team. How do you feel about being part of this group to do that? And the second part is I've heard a lot about Scott, and they want to play for Scott. What is it about Scott that gravitates people to come to the teams that he is a general manager for? Scott's a real down-to-earth player. He'll tell you straight up what he's looking for, and also he wouldn't talking to you if he felt like you couldn't provide that. So he just pretty much a straightforward guy. He's a no sugarcoat, no hey this or that. So he just sometimes you get that from different other organizations, but. Scott's a good Scott's a good guy, and I don't take nothing from him. And the things he's doing, and all the coaches and everybody coming here together, trying to build, and just keep this thing going, and keep prevailing and keep rising.
Diane, and then I think one. Thanks. I was actually going to ask you a similar thing. Just since you have a history with Scott, was interested in your perspective on him. So do you have a memory of your first conversation with him? Was that when you were coming out of South Carolina at the draft?
Yeah.
Any story you could tell us about meeting him and you kind of sizing him up as he sized up you?
Well, no, actually I haven't met him in person. I had talked to him, like you say, the draft and all those type of things. I don't know actually the whole, obviously the story, what happened or anything like that, but I just know he was real interested in me, and then, took a chance on me, and like I said, it kind of really, started there, and then, whatever happened, as far as the Trent Baalke, general manager, I think, over there, and, all of that deal and stuff like that. So I don't know, but, like I said, Scott's a wonderful guy. The communication and the belief in one another, is there. So he does his part, I does my part, and we come together, and, it's pretty much working like that.
And just as a follow-up, how would you describe his ability to size up players' ability? I mean, he obviously didn't play the game, but he seems to be pretty good at spotting talent.
Yeah, Scott, he definitely does have a good. He can find talent, just like you said. He has a nose for it. He has a niche for it. Sometimes a lot of people like to just see a size or he has one thing or another. But sometimes you have to look deeper into that. It's not just about how big or just because you have this aspect or that aspect. It's how you become a football player. How can you see this person potentially growing and becoming a better man, and all those type of things. So I feel like, he have a niche for that. He kind of know, that's his deal, so that's his gift. And, and like you say, we have a good deal going here, and you see everything's going well, and we just trying to keep on, keep it together and keep rising.
There you go. It looked like it was already a pretty strong pass rushing front seven with Kerrigan, Pye, a few other guys, and then they added Galette to that. What does a strong pass rush do for you out there on the island at corner?
Oh, it does everything. It lets me steal anything. It let me pretty much just watch them rush and watch them get to the quarterback, and them disrupting the quarterback or getting back in the pocket fast or hands up and anything like that. Always disrupting the quarterback. And if I'm positive to the receiver, that's positive for us. Maybe an interception, maybe a tip ball from like you say, Galette or one of the guys, and overthrow or something like that. So it definitely affects the quarterback. When you have great guys rushing and things like that, especially for the secondary. So it's gonna be interesting, and I'm excited even to talk about it. So you're gonna see it out there, and like I said, we're gonna put it together and just keep going.
Chris, to a man almost, when I've talked to the vets on this team, new teammates and old alike, you guys have all talked about leadership, and Jay talks about it a lot. in practical terms, aside from how you might coach those rookies on the field, what do you do day to day, like in the locker room or, I don't know, at lunch or dinner or whatever, to kind of help them be professional NFL players?
Really, some of the guys, you can kind of see it in each individual. Like you say, everybody has their own niche. And, we just, some guys, like I actually have a guy right now, a rookie, which you was explaining, Jared. He's actually, working out. And, sometimes you just can't, being a rookie, they don't know about lifting weights kind of every day or doing, the extra stuff. Just because you just come out and play football, it's not over. And, that's what we're just trying to teach the young guys and to keep doing extra stuff, because the extra stuff helps you to be great.
Hey, Chris, what did you learn about being a winner with all the success you had in San Francisco, and how do you translate that to these guys, especially the young guys?
It's hard to win. It's hard to win in this business. I'm sure everybody, know that and understand that. And I know it's kind of like a saying, I don't want to. Coach Harbaugh used to say, everything pretty much had to go perfect for us to win the game. And if it do, it do. If it's a tight game by 2 points or 3 games, if it go in our favor, it does. And I kind of understand what he mean. And being a vet and winning and things like that, it definitely, you have experience. And just giving the guys the outlooks and just the breaking down. I can go on and on. You're doing good early in the first quarter or something like that, but just because you did early in the first quarter, the game's not over. You got to keep competing. You got to keep being patient. Keep obviously focus and using your technique and things like that. So just keep working.
Chris, along those lines, you won, Terrence has won, Jerron. There are a few guys, Deshaun in the past. So what can you bring? I mean, people talk about the winning attitude, which you just explained, but can you just automatically bring it here and have it, kind of filter down?
Nah, you just can't just bring it in. You definitely have to. It's a repetition thing. You have to be out there every day. You have to be out there. It's not just you just wake up out of bed and just get to hop out and everything's perfect. You have to work on things. You're gonna have some bus coverages. You're gonna have some, people being upset about this or upset about that. Just have to come together, communicate, and just work on it together. And that's how start becoming good and starting to get better. Especially once the communication and everything is good across the board. Sometimes it's kind of hard to beat.
One more. Thanks,
Thank you.